Hello everyone. We have another quick little unboxing. So this is my first of two orders from Yosaka Stationery in New York City. This is the more of the impulse purchase, I would say, out of the two. Originally on October 1st, I had purchased my traveler's notebook inserts, and at that time I had thought that I would be in a passport TN as my little like on the go planner, and that changed. So I ended up really thinking about it and deciding that I really wanted to go back into my pocket rings. I don't know how much I have shown on this channel. I don't think really that much. So I think what I'll kind of do is do a little bit of an, as I move stuff over, kind of a little bit of an in-depth of like layout of this and go over it, and kind of explain why I've decided to switch over. That being said, this is very thick and I love it. Like, I love the Mo term. This is the Mo term, whatever the regular pocket rings. It's got like 19mm rings. It's got all these pockets and configurations, and it's got the big back pocket, which I really, really love. But I'm at a point right now, and partially due to the hockey season, where this is just a little too thick to fit in my pocket, and I really wanted something a little bit slimmer. And even though I said I wasn't going to do it, yeah, I ended up splurging and purchasing a plotter. So that is what we are going to be unboxing today. All right, so let's open this up. They always do such a beautiful job at packaging these, and these will definitely be going into my memory keeper. I love these stickers. I think they're the perfect size, and they're gonna look great on my planners. I'll probably put them on like my Hobonichi cousin or my common planner, but yes. From Jim, hi Katie, thanks again and enjoy your new goodies. Look at how cute this is with this little stationery card. That's so adorable. And then, oh, happy planner season. I love this design. I'm definitely going to be sticking this into my memory keeper as well. Right, and the first item we have is the, is the band with lifter, which we'll get into in a second. Just a little extra. I really appreciate how well they're packaging it, considering that like this item and how precious it is. I really appreciate how much they take the time to and effort to make sure that it's all packed up and ready to go. Right, and the infamous plotter box. So I'm not sure. I know it comes with a note, like the notebook and everything, but I have not watched any unboxings of these little packet. So I don't actually know like what's in these. So Okay, so the construction is just letting you know more information about it. It's a genuine leather product. Great. And then we have, let's see. Cute. Ooh, I'm trying to. All right, and here it is. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh, those rings are so tiny. Is this gonna be able to hold everything that I want it to, I wonder? I did not realize just how tiny those rings are. Oh my gosh. We're gonna find out. All right. I'm gonna take these out. Let's take these out. And we're going to put this over here while I get this. I'm going to put this all away and then we're going to try and pack this up. All right, so this is like a little bit of the size comparison. So yeah, definitely the Moterm is a little bit bigger, but it's still going to fit. Yes, it's still going to fit the pocket configuration. So let's just move this stuff over. So basically, I'm just gonna have this open. We have the dashboard. I got this from Catspresso Co., I believe. I can link it. So we'll put that. Then most of these inserts, unless I specify, is pretty much from the Ghosting pen. And so this first one is just like monthly related stuff. So we're gonna send that over. Oh boy. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. Let's just do this. So I like to keep a whole year's worth, though I might have to reconsider that after seeing just how tiny those rings are. This next section is very like miscellaneous, like trackers, collections. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit all this. Okay. The third section is weeklies, and I know for a fact, oh gosh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit everything. Well, we're gonna find out. I know for a fact that I'm gonna leave behind some of these, like a majority of these weeklies. Pretty much only keep the ones that I need. Yes, so this week on, I will keep in here. And then the next one is here. You know what? I'm gonna put this over here like that and start putting in. I have a sticker sheet, which I guess we'll put over there. And then I'm gonna see which days. These are all from September, so I'm gonna put these over here. And I started them here. I don't know if I'm gonna get, this is like 30 days worth of dailies, and I do not know if I'm gonna be able to fit all of them. Okay, let's do that and that. We're gonna give this a try. Oh my goodness. Eek! Okay, there we go. Oh! Oh my goodness. It does fit! Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I didn't think it would fit. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is awesome. And then I got the band. So the band goes around, I assume, like so. That's gonna be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put this, because the other thing I want to try is, I saw someone do it, I think with the Bible size, but I want to try it on here. This, and I've had this for ages, and I just don't want it on my traveler's notebook anymore, but I think this would be great here. It's going to stick out a little bit, but it's so thin and compact that I have a feeling this might work, and then this could go around. Let's give this a try. This is the double pen holder from the Superior Labor. You've probably seen it if you've seen like any of my shorts and stuff, or like my TikTok videos. I had it at one point on my traveler's notebook, but I don't need 2 pens. So if I stick it underneath, would that work like that? Or is that going to be too... I'll have to mess around. I might just have to go like that. I don't know. I will figure it out, but I'm thinking, let's see, does these fit? I think this should fit. Yeah. This one, and I'm thinking oh, I don't have it with me, but my brush pen, my Tombow, and then that will look great. But for now, let's go. Oh, maybe you could just go down the middle like that. I mean, it's still keeping it secure, so that's the most important part of it for me. Oh, I love, okay. So I'm going to like zoom it in a little bit. So I will do a flip through of this in just a second, but I kind of wanted to go over my thought process as to why I have decided to, be in pocket rings, and kind of how I envision it for like the rest of the year into 2026. So I would say for the past like 2-3 years, especially in the summertime, I kind of notice different seasons of life and just how kind of my planning changes within the seasons, and things like the difference between going between a big planner to wanting to be in something very small and portable like this pocket rings size. So this year I started out in N1, and I really, really liked N1, especially when I moved into the common planner. Like I started with a bullet journal, and I really kind of knew the spreads that I wanted and the flexibility that I wanted. And I knew that the common planner was kind of exactly between the tracking spaces and the spreads and the blank pages. Like that was the ideal like planner for me. But then I get to June, and I always feel around June, ever since I went to Germany. So in 2023, I went to Germany and Austria, and when I was in the Austria portion, I went to a stationery store and I picked up a pocket Leuchtturm, and I'll go and grab it now. So you have probably seen this. This is kind of what I call my experimental pocket notebook. It's been the one like 2023, 24, 25. This has been the notebook that when I decide I want to go teeny tiny, this has been the notebook that I come to. But I find, especially if you look at my table of contents here, like if we look at this table of contents, I only really spent a couple months. So I was in here June 23, July 23. I barely got through August. Well, no, I got through August, September 23. And then, so I was in here the most. And then here we are, June 24, July 24, and then June 25. And then if you don't know, because I believe I finished, how much do I, oh, I still have a little left. Oh, wow, I have a lot left than I thought. Who knows, maybe in 2026, I will be experimenting in this again. Hopefully not, because I feel like I found a solution for this. And so you get to the point. So if we look here, the thing that I'm very proud of is I watercolored in here, and I had so much fun and really enjoyed it. But when it came to managing my life, because my life changed in June, I had just finished school and I was looking for full-time work. And by the time September hit, I was, here I am. This was June. Is this June? I think this is June 24. But if we get to September, August, so 22, page 22, August, I interviewed for my job, and this was my trial that I had at my current job. And then, I barely used it. I tried again in September, and I spent my first 2 weeks, I was watching animals, and then I started work, and I kind of realized I needed something a little bit more structured and stuff like that. And I kept coming back to this around the same time every year. And this year, when it came around, I really thought the pocket Lloyd term was going to be the answer. But I feel like there are certain spreads, certain collections that I just have found that I need in my books. And the fact that I would have to set up this, I've been in here, I guess 6 months, I could get 6 months in here, but you never know when you're adding a whole bunch of collections, what you need. And then there's just so many different factors. And then I kind of discovered, well, I didn't really discover, but I saw different YouTubers. So most notably, I'm a patron of Lindsay Scribbles and Randy.Plans. And the two of them are really big on pocket rings. And watching, especially Lindsay Scribbles, and especially the fact that she has a shop. And a lot of it is that because I'm a patron, I get a significant discount and everything. And then doing the math of okay, if I'm going to get pockets, books, I'm spending about $20 a year. Or if I decided, because another thing I experimented with was the pocket sterling ink. And it just is so big and so thick, and it didn't really make sense, especially when I came to realize that I wanted I wanted something a little bit bigger than pocket. So basically, long story, this whole long thing has been leading up to the fact that I kind of want to take a Lindsay Scribbles approach to planning, in that she has she gets a Hobonichi Weeks mega every year, and she kind of calls it her archive / emotional support planner. And so I kind of want that, but I don't like the Hobonichi Weeks size. I think I mentioned this earlier. I'm kind of debating between N1 and B6 Slim. And I also am going with sterling ink, mostly because I love her tracker layouts. And I find that those are things that I want to keep in a collection and look back on. And I really like the layout. And the nice thing about the B6 Slim is it's basically just like this much shorter. It's the same width. So like everything is basically the same. It's just there's not as much space at the top and bottom, if that makes sense. But basically I've come to the conclusion too that I really would like something that I can be in when I want to be in a portable planner, something that's easy to maintain and keep up to date, so that if I take this with me, I have the up-to-date information. But also at the same time, if I decide that I want to be in a bigger planner, I'm able to go and switch into that as well, and I have it as essentially my archive. So the idea, like Lindsay Scribbles talks about, the idea of having that one book that you can put on your shelf to go back and reference and everything. And that's kind of what I want, like the N1 or the B6 Common Planner, whichever one I decide to go with. I want that to be that. And then I want this to kind of just be my little like on the go planner. So yes. So yeah, I will just flip through. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but we're gonna try to do this. I might have to like do that. Yeah. So yeah, my goal with this is like I'll keep the inserts if I want to, but if I don't have to, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna like see how it goes, see what I want to do. But essentially, like, this is nice because all I have to do is print and cut, and I have spreads set up. I don't have to do much setup myself, which is another thing I like about these. So yeah, let's just do a quick little flip through. So this is from Catspresso Co., I believe, and there's a pocket here, and then there's the, I guess, is this the secretarial pocket in the back, I guess is what you'd call it. This is a little Polaroid of my cousin's cat Milo, and then this is from the October subscription from Sterling Ink. And then over here, this is from Peanuts Planner Co. This is it's part of a bundle. There's like a routine tracker thing, and this is the daily routines, which I want to kind of take a look at and reassess. My dividers are from Randy.Plans. I picked the ones that were already punched and that were, there's 4 dividers. So yeah, so I think I mentioned pretty much everything is from the Ghosting Pen. So yeah, we have the monthly bundle. This is the dated one. So I'll just flip through these quickly. It has a nice year at a glance, which I really like. And then it goes just straight into the months. So yeah, that's going to take a little bit to get used to, but I feel like that's the good like payoff is, yeah, it's a little bit harder to turn the pages, but it's so slim and portable. I mean, I've seen people like you cut a little bit off the edge there, which is fine. I kind of treat this like a bullet journal in that I'm only filling out the months that we're in. So like I have this filled out up to October. Yeah, I might eventually just go in and do that. So yeah, this is the rest of it. And then on the back, it has like that adulting log, which I really like because then I didn't have to print it out separately. This is I forget if it's a 3 or 4 millimeter daily log, and I just added in with a gray fine liner, and this is my future log. So I'm still doing the future log, and what I really liked about this is the fact that it's in here. I don't have to keep filling this out because when you migrate into different planners, like I've been planner hopping all year and it's been so annoying to have to go back and fill this out, but I really like having it in here because you know what, if I'm not in here, I still know where it is and I still know where to reference. This is another like 3 or 4 millimeter daily log that I use as a running to-do list. Oops. sorry. We have the horizontal tracker, and I like this because these are the things I track in my common planner, and so it's nice that it all fits on this monthly tracker, so I can track it there and then move it over as needed, which I really like. This second tab, so this first tab was monthly stuff. The second tab is more trackers and collections that aren't like, you know, they might be more yearly. So this is the planner system log. This is available on Lindsay's Patreon. So actually I can go in and let's see. Today is, oh, that's great. Today is the 10th. I have not figured out what to do here. This is my spending tracker. Anything in black is money that I've spent. Anything in red is anything that I've sold. So actually, because the plotter arrived, I can, and it's nice that it's a spending and package tracker, and I like that it has both there. So this is the low buy stuff that I got on the Patreon. So even though I am I did purchase this, I am embarking on a low buy, so this was my first item. I'm kind of following Lindsay's structure of 25 items for the next year and really only purchasing like replacement items, or if it is something, then it's one of my 25. So yeah. Friday, today's Friday, so we're gonna cross because I did go out to dinner, so I'll put that, and then I have to double check, but I have my stickers over here. They're in the other one. I'll have to put them in my pen case now since there isn't really enough room here. So I actually purchased this on Monday. So the fact that I purchased this on Monday and it arrived Friday, amazing. I got free shipping and everything too. Just like Yoseka always does such a fantastic job. But I'm going to double check. I don't think I made any purchases today in terms of like stationery and stuff. So I will get to put another light green sticker down, but this is the low buy stuff. This is on Patreon, I believe. And then this fold out is the yearly fold out from the ghosting pen. So it has enough for a full year. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, is a full year, and next September. Yeah. And then we have the wish list. And then we have a steps tracker, which I need to go in and update. This is nice having this here because then I will go in and update it in. Honestly, I'm not sure I need this now, because if I put this in my common planner and I'm just reading it off my phone, why would I write it twice? I'm taking it out. I'm going to make the executive decision that I'm going to take it out, because if I can save up any space, that would be great. I am going to leave, even though, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So I think I might leave the period and illness tracker in here just because I do, the one in my N1 common planner is a little bit messy because I kind of changed how I used this tracker in there. So I think I'm going to save this, but then next year, probably not. The doctor's notes are from Peanuts Planner Co. And I'm honestly debating, I don't think I need this in here also. I'm trying to just save up some space. All right, and I don't think we need the prospects anymore. This I made myself. It's just a list of our roster from the prospect challenge that was back in July, and I just like to have it to reference. Then we have the full training camp roster. Now the season did start, so I might go through and mark like who is in Rochester, who's in Buffalo, who's injured and stuff like that. I might use that. So yeah, this is a full roster. Then we have this that I created. This insert is a hockey tracker. So it's basically you have space for the date of the game. So this was yesterday. This was the home opener. This was depressing. But I kind of like having this, and I'm excited to continue tracking this information. So you put in the date, and then I left enough space for me to letter the teams that are playing. These are, as a Sabres fan, like my team's always going to be first. So we just have the Sabres, how they lined up for this game, and the Rangers, how they lined up. And then you have a section here for game notes. There's a light grid. I put like the final score, and then I'm interested to see like goalie stuff. So like Shazurkin got a shutout, and Lyon had a 29 saves out of 32 shots, and he still had over a 900 save percentage. So yeah, and then there's more on the other side. And then I think I'm going to take these out as well. I'm not really going to use them, I don't think. But I did have some reference for Pokemon and Lord of the Rings. I'll hold on to them, and if I decide I need them, I know where they are, and I will go and put them back in. So this next thing is from Jet Pens, and it is a postcard that they sent with one of my orders, and this has been cut down and punched to go in here. This third one is weekly tracking. I'm going to flip over because these Post-it notes have a little bit of personal information. So this was from the last time. We have the current week. This is Lindsay's week on 2 page. I believe this is the 2025 edition. I think it came out earlier this year. And what I really like about it is it's very much like in the week style. There is 2 sections, which I really like. And then you have the rolling weekly. You have a section up here that's kind of more, I feel like this is more habit tracker. These are more tasks. And then you have the menu option. So I like to use this to put the food that I have for the week and cross it off when I eat it. So I did have a steak tonight. And then this down here is probably going to be more like meal prep, use up section that I'll probably start planning this weekend. Then we have enough for the month. And then we will get into the last one, which is the dailies. So I cut this. This was from a Coffee Monsters Co. I've seen Helen talk about cutting these or pasting them into your journal so you have a place for sticker release. So I thought it'd be a great idea to cut one down to pocket size and then punch it and put it in. So these are just some stickers that I have that I thought, I might want to use. And then we just get into dailies. So I kind of started this back up on October 6th. Kind of before that, I set up the weekly then. And then I'm kind of just doing running to-do list, light memory keeping, light meal tracking, and just kind of going from there. And then I have enough for the rest of the month. So yeah. And then this is that page lifter with bands like I showed earlier. So yeah, that is it. So yeah, this is my plotter. I am very, very excited to be in this. I am very excited to see how it changes, and like patinas and all that fun stuff. So yeah, if anybody has any questions or any thoughts or anything, please feel free to drop a comment below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!